Hey, this is Alec for Acoustic Journal, and in this episode we're going to talk about whether you need to play acoustic guitar before learning the electric guitar. Firstly, if it weren't obvious, this video is aimed at beginner guitarists, so if you are not a beginner guitarist, you can skip this video. So, the quick answer to this question is no, you do not need to learn acoustic guitar before learning electric guitar, although if you do, there is no problem with that whatsoever. So, to the left of me, I have this pawn shop Stratocaster, which is an absolute dog of a guitar, but it gets the job done. And what you'll see if you look at the strings in relation to the fretboard and to the neck is that they're actually quite close. And so generally electric guitarists, they really like that feeling of as little tension and difficulty as possible when playing. They don't want it to be any more difficult than it has to be. Of course, not all electric guitarists are like that, but certainly quite a lot are. And these strings aren't as thick or as heavy as the kind that you find on acoustic guitars. So what this means is that if you are a new guitarist, you won't have calluses on your fingers like I do and like most electric guitarists do. And you need to build those calluses up first. It's your first major task, as strange as that may sound, is to get those calluses, because once you have them, you can then start playing without having to stop every 5 minutes because it's hurting you too much, right? You'll just be able to continue practicing. So one school of thought is to say, well, take an acoustic guitar because the strings are thicker, as we can see here, hopefully, and then you'll get those calluses quicker. My objection to that school of thought is that that's actually going to be really painful, to the point of it being masochistic. There's no point or necessity in imposing that much pain on yourself. Life is too short, guys. Don't do it. If you are interested in learning the acoustic guitar, obviously by all means pursue the acoustic guitar, but it is not necessary in any way, shape or form. So, just to recap on this particular section of the video, if you want to learn an electric guitar, grab an electric guitar. It will take a couple of weeks to a month, I suppose. It was such a long time ago that I can't even remember now, but probably about a month, I guess, for those calluses to really start building up. And once you've got them, then you can just hit the road, hit the ground running and really go for it in terms of practicing. But I don't think learning an acoustic will speed up that process. With all that being said, if all you have available to you is an acoustic guitar, play the acoustic guitar, obviously. It's not as if you need to say, oh damn it, I want to play electric, so I'm going to have to wait until I get one. No, if there's an acoustic guitar there, grab it, play it, enjoy it. There's a lot that you can do with an acoustic guitar. I think the great thing about one is that it teaches you kind of how to be a one-man band or one-woman band and how to hold a song all on your own, instead of relying on effects and like all these different things to drown out your actual ability to play a song. It's just you, there's nothing to hide behind, and that can be a really useful part of your practice, but it's not something that you have to do on the acoustic guitar. So one of the benefits I think about acoustic guitar is, aside from the one that I just mentioned, is finger picking. It will open you up to this world of finger picking and the possibilities that brings about with it. And I'm definitely a proponent of finger picking. I think it's amazing what you can do with it. And there are some players out there like Matteo Mancuso, I believe his name is, the Italian guy who's just amazing, who show you how transferable these skills are, which is to say that if you learn on a classical guitar or on an acoustic guitar with finger picking, you can absolutely take that skill set and apply it to the electric guitar. That's a possibility, and I think there's so many interesting creative outcomes to come from doing so, but it's not necessary. I guess I'm going to round this whole video off by saying that the best way to approach this is letting your curiosity guide you. If you find yourself getting interested in acoustic guitar, definitely explore that. There's so many classic rock songs, whether it's from Led Zeppelin or the Eagles or whoever else, where they were, whomever else, where they were written on an acoustic guitar. And that was a significant part of the writing process of those songs, and you can hear that time and time again. And it may be the case, just like for me, where for you, that inspires you to pick up an acoustic or a 12-string and start digging into that. Awesome, pursue that. But it's not necessary. It's not necessary at all. The other thing, the last thing I suppose I should say with acoustic guitar is that you can't really bend in the same way that you can with electric guitar. I mean, you can, but there's much more resistance going on. So that's another skill you kind of want to establish early on and figure out, is how to bend a half step, a whole step, a quarter note, and so on and so forth. How to do that in tune, and how to apply vibrato, and how to do that consistently. So acoustic is not the appropriate instrument to develop that skill. That's really all I've got to say for this video, guys. It's a nice short one. If you want to learn electric, play electric. If you want to learn acoustic, play acoustic. Who would have thought? This is just mind-blowing information I've given you, right? I know. You are most welcome. If this was useful to you, subscribe to the channel. There will be more videos like this, not just for beginners, but intermediate and advanced guitarists as well. I'm going to have a mixture of tuition and maybe some more sort of like entertainment, lighthearted stuff. Who knows? It's early days. And lastly, I'd like to say, please check out the blog acousticjournal.com. Happy strumming. See you next video.